The sun beats down upon the dusty streets of our desert outpost, relentless as the arguments that have been brewing between Jessica and me for what feels like an eternity. As a merchant, I've learned to read the wind, but my marriage has become a tempest I'm powerless to predict. I sit on the rooftop of our humble abode, gazing out at the endless dunes, searching for answers that refuse to present themselves. The air is thick with the scent of frankincense and myrrh, carried on the breeze from Jessica's apothecary below. Our lives have been intertwined since we first met in this desert town. I trade goods from the east, while she tended to the sick and injured. We built a life together, fueled by love and mutual respect. Or so I thought. As I ponder our troubles, my mind keeps circling back to that cursed artifact. The oracle's chalice, said to grant wisdom and clarity, was rumored to be hidden somewhere in these dunes. Its value is incalculable, but its presence has brought nothing but strife into our home. Jessica swore it was just a myth, a fantasy born from the minds of desperate treasure hunters. But I saw something that day, a glint of determination in her eyes, a spark that hinted at a truth she refused to share. I recall the night we discovered the chalice was real, buried beneath an ancient palm tree. Jessica's hands trembled as she reached for it, and I felt a shiver run down my spine. We argued then, too, but our passion soon gave way to exhaustion. Little did I know that would be the last time we shared a tender moment. The months since have been marked by tension and resentment. Jessica began working late into the night, often disappearing for hours without explanation. When she returned, her eyes seemed sunken, her smile strained. I tried to reassure her, but our conversations only led to more arguments. The oracle's chalice became a symbol of our problems, a reminder that we'd been deceived by its allure. As the sun dips lower in the sky, casting long shadows across the dunes, I know I must confront Jessica about my suspicions. We can't keep living like this, our love suffocating beneath the weight of secrets and lies. My heart feels heavy with sorrow as I make my way down to our home, prepared for another heart-wrenching confrontation. Will we find a way to reconcile, or will the desert sands swallow us whole? Only time will tell. I push open the door to our dwelling, and the scent of frankincense envelops me once more. Jessica is hunched over her workbench, surrounded by jars of herbs and peculiar trinkets. Her back is turned to me, but I sense a stillness in her that I've come to associate with guilt. "Jessica," I say softly, trying not to startle her. She turns, her eyes locking onto mine with an air of caution. For a moment, we simply stare at each other, the weight of unspoken truths hanging between us like the very dunes themselves. "I need to talk to you," I continue, my voice barely above a whisper. Jessica's expression remains neutral, but I detect a flicker in her pupils, a glimmer that suggests she knows exactly what this conversation will be about. As Jessica's gaze holds mine, I feel a shiver run down my spine. It's as if we're two strangers meeting for the first time, rather than husband and wife who shared a lifetime of love and laughter. The air in the room seems to thicken, heavy with unspoken words and unresolved issues. I take a step forward, trying to break the tension. "We need to talk," I repeat, my voice firm but gentle. Jessica's eyes dart towards her workbench, where a small wooden box catches my attention. It's adorned with intricate carvings of palm trees and stars, a symbol she often used in her apothecary to ward off evil spirits. Now it seems out of place, like a warning sign on a path I've been ignoring for too long. "What is that?" I ask, nodding towards the box. Jessica's expression tightens, and for an instant I think I see a flash of anger in her eyes, but it's quickly replaced by a mask of calmness. "Just a new experiment," she says, her voice neutral. "I'm trying to create a potion to ward off the sandstorms." I raise an eyebrow, skeptical. We've lived through countless sandstorms together. We know how to prepare for them. But I let it slide, unsure where this conversation will lead. "Sit down," Jessica says abruptly, motioning towards the small table in the corner of the room. "Let's talk about whatever is bothering you." As I take a seat across from her, our eyes meet once more. This time, I notice something else, a hint of fear lurking beneath her surface calmness. It sends a jolt through me. Could it be that she knows exactly what this conversation will be about? We've been arguing for months, I begin, trying to keep my tone even. I feel like we're living in separate houses, with no idea how to bridge the gap between us. Jessica nods, her expression somber. I know, and I'm sorry, truly sorry, but you have to understand that this thing has been weighing on me for so long. She pauses, collecting her thoughts before continuing. It's not just about the Oracle's chalice or the arguments we've had. It's about something deeper, a secret I've kept from you, something I fear will change everything between us if it gets out. My heart skips a beat as I process these words. What could be so devastating that she'd keep it hidden for months? The thought sends a wave of unease through me. Am I ready to face whatever truth is hiding behind those guarded eyes? I promise, Jessica says, her voice barely above a whisper. I'll tell you everything if you just listen with an open heart. As I nod, trying to gauge the sincerity in her words, our conversation hangs precariously on the edge of revelation. And for the first time since this all began, I feel like we're moving towards a fragile understanding, one that may hold the power to heal or destroy our marriage forever. As Jessica's words hang in the air, I feel a mix of emotions swirling inside me, uncertainty, curiosity, and a hint of trepidation. What secret could be so profound that she'd risk our relationship to keep it hidden? The questions swirl in my mind like the desert sandstorms we've faced together. Tell me, I say finally, my voice firm but gentle, as if I'm coaxing a confession from her. Jessica takes a deep breath, her eyes drifting towards the window where the setting sun casts a golden glow. It's about the Oracle's chalice, she begins, her voice barely above a whisper. I know what you think, that it's just an artifact with mystical powers. But it's more than that. She pauses, collecting her thoughts as if searching for the right words to shatter our fragile understanding. The chalice is real, but its power isn't what we thought. It's not a tool for gaining wisdom or clarity. It's something much darker, something that has been hidden in these dunes for centuries. Her eyes lock onto mine, and I see the fear lurking beneath her surface calmness. It's a key, one that unlocks a doorway to other realms, realms where ancient civilizations once thrived. My mind reels as I try to comprehend what she's saying. Ancient civilizations, other realms. It sounds like the ramblings of a madman or the whispers of a mystic. But why, I ask, my voice barely above a whisper? Why keep this from me? Jessica's expression twists into a mixture of pain and sorrow. Because I knew you'd be scared, that you'd try to use it for your own gain or to uncover secrets beyond our control. And once we start down that path, there's no turning back. As she speaks, the room around us begins to fade away, replaced by visions of ancient cities, mystic rituals, and forbidden knowledge. The Oracle's chalice takes center stage, its power coursing through my veins like a river of sand. I feel a shiver run down my spine as I grasp the truth. We've been living in a world of shadows, dancing on the edge of reality without knowing it. Jessica has kept this secret from me, hiding behind her apothecary and potion making to keep our love safe from the forces that seek to destroy us. The desert sand outside seems to grow still, as if the very dunes themselves are holding their breath in anticipation of my response. What do we do now? I ask, my voice barely above a whisper. Jessica's eyes meet mine, and for an instant I see a glimmer of hope. We face it together, she says, her voice firm but gentle. We face the truth head-on with open hearts and minds. We can't change what's been hidden for so long, but we can choose how to move forward as one. As I look into her eyes, I see a reflection of our love, battered and bruised but still shining like a beacon in the desert night. Together, we can conquer any truth that comes our way. In this moment, I realize that the Oracle's chalice has been more than just an artifact. It's been a test of our love. And as we stand on the precipice of revelation, I know that our marriage will either rise like the desert sun or crumble beneath the weight of secrets and lies. I take a deep breath, feeling the wind whispering through my hair as I reach out for Jessica's hand. "We'll face it together," I say, my voice firm but gentle. "We'll dance in the shadows, side by side, and uncover the truth that's been hidden for so long." As our hands intertwine, the room seems to brighten, filled with a light that's both fierce and gentle. The oracle's chalice glows softly on the workbench, its power coursing through us like a river of sand. Together we step into the unknown, ready to face whatever truth comes our way, side by side, hand in hand, and heart to heart.